Help. Je hebt mogelijk ongepaste berichten eerst beoordelen. Oh, wow, we are live and we're having a watcher. Wow, I didn't expect that to happen that fast. So, I'm just testing this out. I don't know if you can hear me. I haven't done this before, live streaming. I'm just checking out my setup. And yeah, I want to thank you all for checking out my video, my live stream. I'm not used to this live streaming. And I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do today, but I think I'm just gonna work in Linux for fun, and you guys can just check out how I'm working in Linux. So let's just open Linux. Where is my Linux? Oracle. So this is fun, man. I haven't done this before. You can ask me questions because I have a chat screen here in the right. Well, you can't see it, but it is here. Let me start Ubuntu first. And let's go to systems, display. I want one display, okay. And let's run it. Let's wait. Wow, we already have 4 watches, man. I didn't expect that to happen that fast. I was just testing out my setup. And I never expected anybody to watch. What's this? I get an error. So I'm sorry if it's not that fun yet. Because yeah, it's all new for me. As it is new for you guys probably. So yeah, I gotta wait for my Linux. Okay, so we have Linux back. Okay. Oh, this was a reminder that I was installing some stuff. I was installing MXE. There is a cross compiler for Windows on Linux. So let's just forget about my background for fun. Let's just change it back. Let's go back to my set as wallpaper. So normal wallpaper. So hi, I see that we already have 5 watchers, man. I didn't expect that. Oh, it's nice that you guys are here. It's awesome. And yeah, what am I supposed to do? Let's go to a full screen. Does that work? Yes, that does work. Nice. Okay, so you guys are probably wondering why I'm working with Linux, and the reason why I work with Linux is that in Linux it's easier to compile stuff and to create, for instance, a wallet. So let's go there. Let's check out, because I've been working on this project. It's called the Fartcoin project, and yeah, I've created a wallet for fun. Let's just open that wallet. And this is weird, man. I'm not used to being live. Hey man, glad to see you. How is your coin experiments? Well, I'm just trying to get used to working with coins. Come on, give me the screen. I'm getting a little bit tensed, you know, because I'm not used to this. But yeah, how is your coin experiments? Well, it's been going fine. I've made a couple of small mistakes before, because I've been creating a Fartcoin wallet, and later on I created a newer version of the wallet, and then I was mining, and I figured out that the newer mining and the older mining, that it was a little bit different, and so I accidentally destroyed a lot of coins by doing something wrong. So it's very hard, but I'm getting the hang of it. So let me just first open it. Which one was it? It is the Fartcoin. Was it this one? Let me check. Yeah, it's this one. So let's press LS for listing. Then we can see everything that's in our home folder. And we go to the Fartcoin folder. That will be change directory Fartcoin and list it. Let's check. How did we start it again? We go to our CD, to our source, list our source, yeah, and we have to go to our Qt, because it's Qt is the program that it's using. Don't be shy, you are a star, dark star. Well, thank you, I do appreciate it. It's not that I'm shy, it's just that I'm not quite used to being live, because usually when I'm recording videos and I make a small mistake, then yeah, I can redo it, and now I can't make mistakes. So let's open that wallet. Let's go to CD, the Qt folder, list it, and it was called Fartcoin, so it would be open the Fartcoin Qt. And I've been working on this a while, and it looks like this, so you guys can see it. I've made a Rick and Morty kind of style. It's let's connect it to our Windows version, because I have a Windows version as well. So the Windows version, where is it? Let's open it. This is on Windows. So you see, this is my Windows version. You can recognize it with the file and settings on top here. And this is the Linux version here. So it's a little bit different, because instead of having file over there, in Linux it is up here. So it's a little bit different. And usually I use a VPN. A VPN is a program that gives you the ability to hide your IP address. And the reason why I do that is so that we don't use the same IP address on the same wallet. So now we need to connect them hard. Let me try and do that. So I need to know on my Windows what my local IP address is, and that will be ipconfig, and then I see it is 192.168.2.4. so that's the IP address of this moving wallet here. So let's move it to another screen and add it here. So this is a Litecoin wallet that I've changed into a new coin. And let me go to where I was supposed to go, to our debug window, console, and let's add node 192.168.2.4 if I'm right. Add. And does it work? Is it working? Not yet. It's not connecting. I'm sorry. It's been a while. It's been a couple of days since I've been working on this. Yeah. Oh, they're connected. You see? So here we see on Windows that it is connected, and here we see they're connected to each other now. So yeah, that was pretty cool to create. It was mainly working well, I showed you in a previous video that you have to create another Genesis block, a first block, and then build on top of that block. And let's just watch the sources. So let's go to our main directory, our main.cpp, C++. Oh, here. Let's go back to full screen. So I've showed you guys before in another video on the Bitcoin wallet the source code, and I'm searching for something and I can find it by typing nonce. I know that. Where is it? Nonce, come on. It's taking way too long. Okay, let's find the Genesis block. Sorry. Where is it? It's been so long. I can't find it. Come on. Not the Genesis block. What is it called? The Genesis hash? I'm confused. I'm sorry, you guys. It's been a while. I never expected you to actually started watching this. So I hope you guys don't mind me being a little bit tensed. And oh, I see I have some questions. Yeah. If you need VPN, can you get give you paid North VPN or Ghost VPN account? Can give you for 1 month. I already bought a North VPN, and there was an action, and it was for, I think it was $275 the month. So, and it was payable with Bitcoin. So let me show you guys. Oh, it's confusing. So Nord VPN, that's what I use, and I think it is in Dutch at the moment because my computer is Dutch. Let me check if I can put it to English. Come on. Is there a way that I can put it to English so you guys can actually see? Well, here you can see the prices. So you can't read it probably because it is in Dutch. But as you see, this is in euros, $3.29, and I've had a 3-year combination pack or something. Facebook just added it to me. They gave me that ad, and yeah, it works pretty fine. But I don't think I should open it right now, because if I change my IP address, I think this whole connection with YouTube is gonna be disconnected. So I can show you the program, and I don't want it to start. So program looks like this. You just choose your server somewhere on Earth, and you connect to it, and then your IP address changes. But like I said before, I'm not gonna do that now because I'm scared of losing the connection. But yeah, that's why I use a VPN. And let me go put this back here in the other screen. Sorry, it's taken a while. So I can read the comments. Yeah, I like it too. I use it for my airdrop bots army, if you understand me. Your airdrop bots army. No, I don't understand you. I'm sorry. Let me try and find some information on the topic. So you said airdrop bot army. I'm just googling it now on the other screen. What is it? Airdrop army? I don't know. Helicopter robots, airdrop recon. Is that a game? I don't know. It's new for me. I've never heard of it. Okay. So where was I? I was working with this coin. So the reason why I'm a little bit confused on the coin right now is because I've created this coin a while ago. So you can find it if you're interested on www.github.com/thefartcoin project.
Oh, you can spectate? I didn't know that.
Here, and as you see, I've tried different wallets. So here is the one that I just showed you. That's the 0.9 version, and this is the release that I've showed you guys, as you see here.
But the truck
And
is blown up.
I've been working the last month on the newer version, so that's not going to be the 0.9, but it's going to be the 0.16, based upon the Litecoin 0.16 file. So it's a little bit different. It's not looking as good as that last file, as that last wallet. I don't even have a release yet. So you see, I can't show you a release. It's not, you can't even use it on Windows or something. And this is a test release, so you can watch it if you want to, but it's not gonna be official because I still have some problems with working on the blockchain. And so I'm scared of accidentally destroying coins, because that's what they call soft forks and hard forks. So, and I don't know how to fix this problem yet. So whenever I'm ready to eventually publish this coin, I would create an entire new blockchain for everyone to have equally chances in mining, because I think that's important. Let me check. Oh, sorry. Put that back here so I can read what you guys are saying. I see that I have a lot of things. Okay, VPN for 1 month. I like it too. Yes, airdrop bots. I have some coins have bounty airdrops for one person and they referrals. If you have army of referrals, you have lots of airdrop coins. This is all. And then there is Nyan says something, but it's a.
Don't blow yourself up.
It's a what it says. Message has been spoken. That is new for me.
This is not gonna work.
Ingetrokken. Oh, does that mean that it was inappropriate? I don't think it was inappropriate. No,
okay.
I don't know.
I just wait.
I don't know what you said. Sorry, Nyan 456789, because your comment has been deleted. I don't know why, and I'm curious why.
No, you're just gonna blow yourself up.
You said, I saw a small hint of it, but you said something like you wanted to get into the code or something. I can't remember, because it was way too fast. I just scrolled, I saw it, and it was gone. So
Okay,
let's
just drive and try.
Verge coin breakdown. Can you do a Verge coin code breakdown? What do you actually mean with that? A Verge coin breakdown? Is Verge coin a coin that I don't know about? Let me check. Verge coin. Should we price for? Oh, it's a new coin, the XVG. Am I right? So you wanted to know something about the XVG. Let's just search that coin. If I'm wrong, please correct me. So let's just check out if it has a GitHub, because I prefer it having a GitHub. Trouble getting you back? I don't care. Go to google.com. Oh, sorry for hitting the mic. Verge, Verge,
People.
Verge coin, Verge,
Really?
Verge coin. Let's check if it has a GitHub. Verge coin, Verge currency, Verge. Would it be this one?
What?
I don't know. I don't know. Verge
Oi.
currency. Maybe it is. Okay, let's check it. Verge coin. So this is their GitHub, and I'm trying to recognize some stuff. It has an auto, and it's POW. So that I think that it's built upon. Oh, it's script. It's kind of like Litecoin and Dogecoin. Every day 2 new crypto coins. Yeah, you're right, man. But that's because it's not that hard to actually mine coins. I'm sorry for watching that screen over there. That's because I was reading the comments. Let's just download it. And I'm sorry if you hear my girlfriend in the back gaming, because she gets way too excited. Okay, let's do that. Let's download it first. So let's get.
I'm going down.
Let's close this coin that I created. Let's
Sorry.
remove this, and let's go back to the main directory. Let's clear our screen, and let's get that coin from the internet. So that would be git clone http://www.github.com, and then slash. I don't know that site. What is it? Just Verge currency Verge. So let's just download that. Verge currency Verge.git. Now it's gonna clone the coin. And as you see, it's downloading. It's downloading everything that we found on GitHub now. So let me just move this one over there. And apparently it's gonna take a while. I don't know why. It's because my internet is not that fast, and that's probably because I am uploading to YouTube, and my upload speed here is not that fast here at my home. So I'm sorry that it takes a while. So in the meantime, we can just watch this GitHub. Lucky guy you are. Every day to 1600 plus crypto coins. What? 1600 plus crypto coins? Are you talking about me? I'm not that lucky. You're not gonna read the paper? Why would I read the paper? I don't know. I'm not. I never read the papers, to be honest. I just check out the code. I download the coin. What I usually do is just how do you call it? Compile the coin to make an actual wallet and just check it out, and then check out the source code. But you want to read the paper, so. Where can I find that? They're probably gonna have an official website. The Verge coin, 1600 plus kinds of crypto coin. Oh, that's what you meant. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there are lots of coins, man. Can I ask you for one video with BTC Recover? I used it for my blockchain wallet. Blockchain wallet recovery, but CPU took it too long. Can you show us how to run BTC Recover with GPU? Well, you're really in a lucky day, because I've just recorded a video on how to use the GPU, because if you have seen my latest video, I've bought a new GPU so that I can show you guys how to do that. So it's coming up in a couple of days. I just need some time to edit it, and I wanted to edit it, but then I felt a little bit bored, and I wanted to check out if I could live stream, and if I would live stream, I didn't even know if someone would even watch it. And well, I see that we have 7 watchers right now. So for your new guys, hi, welcome. It's awesome that you're watching this live stream. And at the moment, I'm downloading this coin called Verge coin. I don't know how to explain it. And yeah. Well, thank you, man. I'm sorry. I saw I love you, man. Thanks, and that's nice. I talked about your girlfriend, lucky guy. Oh, you're talking about my girlfriend. That's why I'm a lucky guy. Well, thank you, man. Oh, that's very lovely. That's nice. It's nice to hear, man. I'm glad that you think I'm a lucky guy. Huh, okay, so I was searching for that paper. You wanted me to read the paper. So, Verge, currency, and they call it the white papers. Am I right?
Got it.
Verge coin, secure, anonymous. So, if I'm right, we're talking about this coin. Am I right? Just let me know. We have a little bit of lag because I can see here in my screen what you guys can see. So I'm just gonna wait for a reaction. But I think this is the coin that you guys were talking about. So I'm searching for that paper. The vendors, resources. I think they call it white papers. Read the black paper. Oh, they called it a black paper. Okay, so you want me to read the black paper. The most privacy-focused cryptocurrency. Well, that is a large claim. Let me just, I'm just gonna scroll through it. I'm not gonna read everything. Here was the follow-up, Nakamoto explaining, Tor integration, Tor, and blah blah blah, named it is an IP. Yeah, okay, so every coin has a Tor integration. That's nothing new, because the entire Bitcoin protocol is basically built upon the Tor. That's what I think I understand right now. I'm not quite sure. So this might be new. I2P integration was originally built to provide hidden services which allow people to host servers at unknown locations. I2P provides many of the same benefits that Tor does. So it's something different than Tor. So client 1, client 2, client D, IP node. So they're making it a lot harder to actually track who's using the coins and track who's, yeah, how do you call it, sending money to someone else, because you know Bitcoin is open source, and so eventually they can, like, if you really want to know who did something, you can figure it out, and so does the police, so does the NSA. They will figure this out, because the Tor network, I think it is built by the government, the United States government or the European government. They created this whole hashing algorithm that the Bitcoin protocol uses. So I don't think that in the end game you can have total 100% privacy on the internet ever. Like if you're really interesting for the government, so we're not talking about illegally downloading something or tax evasion or something. I'm talking about, like, for instance, buying weapons online, or and not normal weapons, but for instance Gatling guns, anti-air, like terrorist kind of activities. I think that they know how to catch those guys by now, because I've heard something, I've read something on the internet, and I don't know if I can really trust the source, but that they cracked this whole Tor idea in 2013 or something. But yeah, who cares? Satoshi Nakamoto, Neil J. King from Isle of Man is near you. Satoshi Nakamoto, Neil J. King is from Isle of Man, Island of Man, Island of Man is near you. I'm from Holland, so that means I'm from Central Europe, like in the center, pretty close to Germany. That's our neighbor, Belgium. And if you swim a little bit, you can go to the United Kingdom. So I don't know. And Satoshi Nakamoto, Satoshi Nakamoto is not a real name for a person, because Satoshi, the Sato is something different. Sato is a technique that is being used, or is being created by Sato, and Sato created this elliptic curve cryptography, and I think that's why they call it Satoshi. And I'm trying to figure out where the word Nakamoto comes from. So I want to figure out what Satoshi Nakamoto really means, but it's not a real name. It's a name of implementations of techniques that they use in Bitcoin, but no one apparently knows or something. Like, I can show you Sato. what is it called? Sato, and then elliptic curve, I think. Sato Tate. Yeah, here. The Sato Tate. This is mathematical, and this person, I don't know what his real name is, but the Sato Tate conjecture is being used as the base of the protocol of Bitcoin. So I think that Satoshi is really built upon the word Sato. So Satoshi, and then I gotta figure out what Naga means. But Naga is also something in Japan, in Japanese. So let's go to Google Translate, and let's try out Japanese. I'm sorry that it is all in Dutch. That's just what Google does. And Naga, and let's go to English. Let's try Nagamoto. Why is Satoshi Naga? Why is it not doing what I want it to do? Did I mean that? Nagamoto. Oh. So as you see, I haven't figured it out yet. Naga. No. Naka. Oh, why is it not translating? I'm sorry. I'm trying to show you guys something, but I haven't figured out what Nagamoto really means. But I think that Satoshi is a that they're trying to tell us that they're using this Sato Tate conjecture, and that's because I've been watching a lecture on the Sato Tate conjecture, and that's a mathematical problem that has been fixed with a mathematical formula that is the base of Bitcoin. So that's why I thought it was linked together, but I'm not sure. So did I have some other questions? Island of Man is near you. I'm sorry, I don't know Island of Man. Samsung Toshiba. Well, yeah, it could be Samsung Toshiba. It's funny, but I don't think that it is. And I'm gonna grab a couple of notes. I'm just gonna search in my notes. So what is it actually called? The Sato Tate conjecture. No. Give me a moment, guys. I'm sorry. Let me check, because I make a lot of notes before doing stuff on the computer. That's why I can make tutorials, because I write down everything that I do that is new. No, where is the rest of my notes? Ah man, I can't find the ending of my notes. I just found the beginning. But the main idea is that it ends with a formula called y squared equals x to the third minus x, and that is the basis in principle of Bitcoin. So I have to show you something in Windows. So let's go back to Windows. Go back, open it, because I found a book online. Not my old pictures. This PC, desktop, Linux I have here. It's called Mastering Bitcoin. So that's maybe interesting for you guys, this file, Mastering Bitcoin. And within this Mastering Bitcoin, they talk about the mathematical background of making a private key and using a private key to create an address. And yeah, let me search that part, that formula that I was talking about. So this is the elliptic curve here. So here's the formula. So it's a little bit different. It's y squared equals x to the third plus something, and the Sato Tate, like I have here, Sato Tate conjecture ends eventually with, instead of a elliptic curve, we're using a circular curve here, and it ends with a formula, and that was why I thought it was connected. Not focus on my face. I don't know if you can see it, but it ends with a formula y squared equals x to the third minus x. So a minus and a plus is it's the same in mathematics, because minus and plus, minus minus equals plus. So it is basically almost the same formula. So that's why I thought that Satoshi really meant using this Satotate conjecture in encryption. Time to make a statement about the project in bitcointalk.org.
Oh shit, I don't know.
Okay, let me I'm gonna read some comments.
Yes.
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 Oh, I'm having a little bit of lag.
Yeah, I was just sending a message.
Sorry, I'm reading. Read last Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah,
Satoshi
I thought,
at Real Satoshi in Twitter. Yeah, but I don't believe that, to be honest. Because why would someone stay hidden so long and then all of a sudden somebody is saying something? I think the idea would be more in the protocol of something. Can United Nations, European Union, NSA, CIA track Satoshi Nakamoto? That's a cool question. Can they figure it out? Well, they can figure out obviously who was the first one that received some coins, because that's all in the blockchain, and they have narrowed it down eventually somewhere in the area of, I thought it was Los Angeles, but I'm not quite sure. But can they eventually track down Satoshi Nakamoto? I don't know. I think it is a name for a group of people working together. I don't think it is one person, to be honest. I think this project is way too big for one person to make. But I'm not sure. I can be wrong. First, who did use the term Bitcoin in my scientific paper? Nobody has the right to abuse the name Bitcoin for an altcoin without proper authority of the copyright holder. Satoshi will use copyright against Bitcoin Unlimited, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash. Is Satoshi quote. I haven't heard that. I'm interested in that. Let me try and find it. Do you have a link on the subject? Well, let's put this screen here, and let's. You're talking about the latest. What was it? The latest on Satoshi, Real Satoshi on Twitter. Satoshi Real Satoshi in Twitter. Let's just check it out. Well, Real Satoshi Twitter. Satoshi at Real Satoshi.
I'm running.
I don't know. I don't know if you were talking about this guy, to be honest. Maybe it's someone else. It's about Bad Boy right now, pretty obvious. I think I'm not watching the thing that you are talking about. Time to make a statement about the project in Bitcoin. Satoshi copyright. Satoshi writes new name. Oh, seriously?
Oh, sorry.
This guy? This would be the real Satoshi Nakamoto?
I haven't. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I would love to be him, because he's probably a rich man. I don't know. Island of Man? I don't know. No, not here. So, next time you can make a Zcash shielded address and transaction breakdown? I don't know.
Well, I'm not Stevie, so.
I don't know. I don't know if this is real. I don't know if it's fake. I really don't know who this guy is, to be honest. I haven't heard of him yet. I am a hero, a joker, a clown. Wisdom is inside the heart.
Yes.
Satoshi Nakamoto Guru.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it's real, maybe it's fake. And if it is real or if it is fake, it doesn't matter that much. Am I right? Because, yeah, he made something new and revolutionary. If it is this guy, I don't know. But somebody made something revolutionary. Something that was new. Read when you are free time and make new videos. You mean that I should read this another time? Yeah, that's a good idea. Because I don't feel like reading now. Because I can't read and talk at the same time. And that's pretty boring, I guess, for you guys. Interesting. Let's go back to here. Okay, we downloaded that coin because I wanted to check out that coin. That was what I was initially doing. So let's check it out. Let's open this folder. It's called the Verge. So CD Verge. Yeah. Let's check out what's in this coin. Release max zip. I think we have to auto-gen it. So let's start with auto-generate the basis. What? Again downloading? Git Tor project, Tor Git, requested for path Tor. Okay. So apparently I have to download something else. I didn't know.
30 to 40.
So let's wait for that.
40.
In the meantime, I'm gonna read what you say. Fake maybe, ha ha ha. A lot of smileys. Read when you're free. Yeah. Okay.
No, no.
Ah.
No,
I don't like it that my internet is 10 times slower than normal right now because I'm uploading. Oh, I'm thirsty, you guys. So I'm gonna walk to my refrigerator, grab something to drink.
Hey. That kind of stuff.
I'm fast, man. I can see myself running away now.
But not so far.
So how far is it? Wow, we still have 5 watchers. I never expected that to happen. So I'm just drinking cassis. So what do you guys want me to talk about? So mining should be decentralized, not geographically concentrated in China only. Miners should be distributed in balance over the world. Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. Because China was mining a lot in the recent years, and I think that changed a little bit, because I think that China stopped doing that because of laws, but I'm not sure. Mining should be done using windmills, solar mirrors, solar panels to promote alternative energy and help poor countries as well. I totally agree. I think that if you actually think about being a world with a global government, I think that that's actually happening, because in this Western world that we live in, and they call it the more wealthy countries, like the United States, like Central Europe, they're trying to scare everybody with Bitcoin, scare everybody that's, well, the word Bitcoin itself is like a bad word almost here in Holland. Like, people talk about it, but it's not in a positive way. They're all talking about it in a bad way. So I think that what should happen, to be honest, is that the mining facilities should move to third world countries before even anybody with a lot of money here in Central Europe could get hold of Bitcoin. So what mining? There is a mining fee, but on well, mining should be done windmills. There's a mining fee, but on a Tobin tax fee would be welcome to distribute to a sidechain, to redistribute to unique assigned wallets to individuals to secure social welfare and passive income to solve poverty.
They can shoot me through
I
walls,
definitely think that
but I
Bitcoin
can shoot
is
them.
able to solve a poverty in the long run, so not in the short run. And I think that will happen when the more developed countries, and I mean with more developed, especially economically developed, that these countries, that only the poor people in these countries, so I mean like on social welfare here in these countries, in Central Europe and America, should get a hold of Bitcoin, and of course everybody in Africa and everybody in Asia and everybody around the world. And the last ones to enter Bitcoin should be people holding more than $1 million. And even the milliard, what's the I don't know, we call it milliard, it's billionaires in English. So yeah, I think that whenever all the poor people are into Bitcoin and the rich people would enter, then it would, how do you call it, you would spread it even, the wealth. And that's what happened before in the Rome Empire, that they had, for instance, the gold rush, that everybody started buying gold because gold was more worth than their currency that they were using at the moment. So, some comments, let me read. And people should like if you also make videos on Bitcoin Cash code breakdown. So you guys like the idea of a code breakdown. And I think that you guys are talking about reading the code and trying to explain what is in the code. Am I right? Let me know. So I can do that on Bitcoin Cash as well. So I thought that there wasn't that much of a difference between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, because almost everything in the script is the same, except for, I thought it was the amounts of transactions that could be put into one block, and I think that they changed the block time, but I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure about this, because I haven't break down that coin yet. Money should be a tool for humanity, not a master of humanity, not a fraudulent system where government or banks do print free money not backed up by value. This is why I did reference the article in the newspaper in 2009. This is why I did, regardless, I did use it to timestamp my work. So, you're saying, oh, that's what Satoshi is saying. Yeah, I'm sorry. So Satoshi is saying that, yeah, I totally agree, because I don't like this how do you call it, fractional reserve banking system that we have nowadays, where most of the money is being created of how do you call it, we call it staatsobligaties, and that will, I don't know, that they sell a palace, for instance, and that they get money for the palace. And another way of creating money is by creating new loans. And that's a wrong way of creating money, because what that actually says, and I'm going to use an example, if you buy a new phone and you buy it in credit, so that you have to pay, like for instance, $50 a month for a new iPhone for 2 years, the thing that actually happens is you sign a paper, and that paper creates $800, pays for the phone, and then you pay back that phone. So that $800 was created whenever you signed something. And so the only physical action for new money was signing a paper. And this was for $800. But whenever I buy a house and I sign for a loan of $200,000, it's the same amount of effort that's being used for a different amount of money. And if you compare that with, for instance, getting gold, then it's a little bit different, because you have a certain amount of action of gold diggers. Gold diggers, wow. You have a certain amount of work that those persons have that dig up gold, and it's always a certain amount of work is compared with money. So for instance, they want to have $10 an hour, then they're gonna say, we've created, for instance, 1 ounce of gold, and it's going to cost us $10 an hour, and then we have transport, and then we need to use planes, and that's why it ends up being very expensive for the rest of the world. But you have a basis; it's always the same. And with our current system of fractional reserve, that means they only have to keep a fraction of the money. They have to reserve a fraction, and they can lend out more and more and more. And while lending out, they create more money, and that's a little bit wrong in my opinion, because that creates never-ending inflation.
Oops.
Satoshi is not happy that Bitcoin idea is changed to rich. That Bitcoin's idea is changed to rich. Yes, code breakdown. There's no such tutorial. So you guys would like to have a code breakdown. I think I'm gonna do that in a while. Oh, my mouth hurts. You know, I don't speak that much English, and whenever I change my language to English, when I'm recording videos, I use that from Thursday, from 3, and that's not in my language, my native language. So my tongue gets really tired after talking for an hour or something. And I've been recording a video before I've been going live, so I'm getting a little bit tired. So, but I wanted to create this coin, so it was done with downloading, finally. And let's just check out. So, again, list, what is it? Do I have a configure? Yes, now we need to configure the coin. So that's what it's going to do now. Configuring. Yeah, now on Verge. Error lib seccomp not found. Oh, okay. So we can't use Ctrl C. Apparently I need to sudo git apt install. I hope it can find it. My password. Sudo. It's not git apt. It's get apt.
Why am I aiming at you?
Huh.
Am I aiming at you? No.
Sudo get apt. Oh, I'm so getting confused, man. Let me check some of my notes. Desktop. Do I have notes here? Yeah. Let's just grab any coin. Okay, that's the wrong note. Another note. Another note. Sudo. I'm writing it wrong. Sudo git. Get. Well. Fartcoin 8. Sudo apt get. Ah! You see, I wrote it wrong. So it's like this one. So sudo not get apt. Apt get install. It cannot find it. So what is this libseccomp? Oh man, I was hoping that I already installed it on my computer. Copy. Let's go to the internet and check it out. What is it? What am I searching for? GitHub, seccomp, libseccomp, the main libseccomp repository. Let's check this out, because we need that to actually compile the coin. Online resources, GitHub, library sources, the Go language,
Shit can happen, you know.
building and install the library. So let's just do that. You see, development costs a lot of time figuring out how to actually do it. So first we need this git. So let's get that. Let's go back cd. So now we're back in our home directory. We need to git clone and then that link, paste it. That's what it says here. So get that link. Oh, nice. That was really fast. So list it. Where is it? What was it called again?
Yeah,
Libseccomp. So cd libseccomp. Show me the list. Yeah, configure. So open the configure.
Are you ready for this?
Oh no, I have to autogen it first. So this is the first thing you have to do. If you see autogen here, autogen sh, first we need to start the autogen. So autogen sh. And that's usually when something is being cloned from GitHub, then it used a autogen first, and then it creates a configure here, the other green word. So we run, and that's what that / means, just run, and that's called configure. And let's hope that this will configure. Execute, yes, this will configure. So now it says here building and installing the library. So he wants us to, well, let's make, wants to write that. I have never seen this before. Version is 0-1. I don't know. Oh, wrong one.
It's my time, right?
Command not found. Okay, so let's just do make. Who cares?
It's like 8 or 9.
So we're making this. I don't even know what I'm making at the moment. So what am I actually doing? I've made something. Okay, and now I need to install it. Okay, let's make install this. Did I write something wrong? Making install include blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm not allowed. I think permission denied. That's because I'm not in root. So I need to write sudo. And what does it say now? Libraries have been installed in. Okay, so apparently I've installed that library that coin needed. So let's go back and try the Verge coin. So cd and what was it? Verge or something. Yeah, Verge list. I was working on configure. So configure. Let's check if it can configure this time. Error. Libcap. Oh, I see that my camera is dying on his battery. So I think I have to go offline in a while. But I do have a new battery, so I can come back up online again in a minute or so. Because my red battery is blinking. Okay, so in the meantime I need to get my lip cap. So maybe we can sudo apt get install this one. I don't know. Let's check it out. Unable to. Oh, man, I don't like that. So let's search for the lip cap. Lip cap free Linux manual. Lip cap free software directory. Lip cap ng. No. I'm searching for lip cap. GitHub. Oh, this coin requires you to install a lot of stuff. And apparently, probably when I'm finished with this one, I gotta install something else. So you see, it's a lot of work developing, but once you have installed all these plugins, then eventually it will work right away. But yeah, oh, how do we do this? Installation Linux cap make. Okay. This library for getting setting posit 1x. What is that? 1e? I'm sorry. I don't even know what I'm installing. But who cares? Let's just do it. Clone. Let's get this clone. cd git clone. Paste the clone. Get it. I want it. It is done. cd, what is it called? Libcap? Libcap? Show me what's in libcap. Libcap has a make file, so I should just write make. Okay, cd to and maybe make install to install it on our PC. Permission denied. Sudo make install to go in root. Okay, it has been installed, and I could see here permission denied, so that's why I knew it, and an error. And here it looks, well, I don't see any permission denied and no error, so I think it is installed the right way. So we can go back to our cd Verge and again try configure, and hopefully that was all, but I'm not sure. Yes, Amsterdam, go in. Okay, and what is this now? It's still libcap. I thought I did just install libcap.
Yes. I think I have it.
Libcap not found. Oh. Install the well, you guys see, it's a lot of work trying to eventually compile one coin. Where is the libcap library? Where is it? It's in user install has been user share man. Oh, I don't like this.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna change my camera first, my battery, because it's been blinking a lot. And one question, I see here that that this mic is recording, that I'm touching right now, and it's probably not nice. And I see that this mic is recording, and I don't know if it is both on at the same time, which could create a glitchy, how do you call it, laggy sound, a double sound, or maybe one of two is on, I don't know. So if any of you could let me know, that would be awesome. Okay, so I have got to change the battery right now, so I'll be back in a sec.
No, 10,000. Ik zag zo op het scherm uitkijken.
Oh, ja, de batterij was vol. Of leeg.
Zijn er veel mensen aan het kijken?
Net 7.
Ja.
En op een gegeven moment weer wat minder, en toen weer 5, en toen weer 4.
Ja.
Maar eigenlijk direct. Ik zette hem aan en er waren gelijk 3 viewers.
Oh, nice.
En dat heb je met subscribers, hè. Dan ineens dan komen ze gewoon. Alright.
What?
OBS. It's... No, I don't need this one. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. That would be funny, because I didn't expect that. Come on. Let's get back to OBS. OBS, it's not seeing my camera. Oh, that's because I didn't open the program yet. EOS utility,
Yeah.
camera remote shooting, live view shoot.
Where's Freddy's house?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wrong screen, wrong screen. I'm sorry, you guys. Why is it not the remote view? Okay, come on. Get back. Not that one. I want this screen here. Oh. Yeah, look at me. Okay, I'm just gonna disconnect it and be back in a second. Are we back?
Wait.
Audio input capture, desktop audio. Yeah. We back online? I think we are. I'm not sure. Let me check here. You are online. Yes, you are. Oh, that was funny. I didn't expect it to be online. I thought I closed it. So, yeah, where was I? I was trying to install this new coin that I have never heard of, and it's asking me a lot. Clone of git hacker? Who's a hacker? Am I a hacker? I'm not a hacker. Wish I was a hacker. I wish I was Mr. Robot. You know Mr. Robot? You like that video, that TV show about hacking? Wish I was Mr. Robot, man. That guy is so smart. That guy knows all. He uses Kali Linux. I use Ubuntu. Ubuntu is for regular people. Hackers use Kali. I'm not a hacker. I wish I was a hacker, man. I don't even know how to open a Wi-Fi yet. I'm very interested in it because I want to be able to do it, but I don't know how to do it.
Like really custom.
Okay, third Google Translate. What was I doing? Man, I'm really losing it, man. Okay. Oh, man, what does this do? Download the pre-compiled software? No. OS X Wallet Linux. Compile using Linux instructions. Okay. What's in the Linux instructions? Sudo remove if you already have it. Sudo apt-get y install git c, yeah, git clone verge, okay. cd verge sh go sh. Okay, I can try that. Let's check out what's gonna happen when we do that. I have no idea. So it says clone it and then sh go sh. So sh go .sh.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? What's happening? I have no idea. It's downloading stuff that we need. Wow, I should have done this before, I think. I should have read the installation guide. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
No, I do like this. There's this screen of
yeah.
things going
Oh,
up
you
and
can
down,
start
you know?
Like
It's so funny.
at the end part, right?
Oh, you see? Here. Oh, man. Here. libcap developer. libseccomp. libboost will not be installed. It's already there. And I should have done this before. It will be way easier. You see, I've been trying to install stuff, but there was already a .go file, or what is it? go.sh. Lame. Okay. So the waiting game is on again. You can use Kali Linux. Yeah, I can use Kali Linux, and to be honest, I have Kali Linux. I have it, I think, somewhere here. This is my Kali Linux. And this is a Kali Linux that only works on Windows PCs, or just PCs, and here I have a light Ubuntu, and that works on PCs and on Macs. So that was cool too, because I wanted to be able to do that.
Yes.
So many work is done. Linux Foundation, they will get Satoshi Bitcoins as gift. They will get Satoshi Bitcoins as gift. I think that it is important that developers earn more money, especially the open source developers, because these open source developers dedicate a lot of time of their life and a lot of knowledge that they have collected over several years. Probably they've been probably working for 5, 6, 7 years on computer program at least, and then all of a sudden they do open source project that do not make money, you know, and sometimes that would be very harsh on somebody. So for instance, I'm using Poloni Exchange. That's an exchange website for Bitcoin to Litecoin, Dogecoin, and all kinds of coins. I think I have showed you guys that in one of my videos before, but the idea is that somebody created a app for Android, and you can check your wallet, and you can check your wallet, the currencies and everything. You can even post buys and sells if you want to. And then all of a sudden, these guys, they don't make any money. So it's very sad that they have to wait for donations of people. And yeah, I think that it would be cooler if those open source guys would make more money. Because I don't like reading somebody's, I don't like it when I hear some developer creating an app that thousands of people use, and they're asking for like a little bit of money because they can't pay their rent, but in the meantime you have thousands of users using their apps or their programs. And that's I don't know, I think it would be cooler that more money will be digitalized and shared between people. Let me read some comments. So many work is done. Linux Foundation, they will get Satoshi Bitcoins as gift, correct? Always read guide. Yeah, yeah, that's me, man. I'm like that IKEA guy, you know. I get something and I just start right up. Whoa. What was that sound? Did you guys hear that sound? I don't know where it came from. Is my connection still on? Did you hear that sound? Weird. I need help. I can't remember my password. Dave Bitcoin could not crack it. Can you crack it? Well, if you did give it to Dave Bitcoin, then I'm not quite sure if I could, because everything that I know about the cracking of wallets, I've shared with you guys. There's not much more to it. So the only thing that I could try, but I'm not gonna try, to be honest, because it takes a lot of time. So that's why I made these videos, so that you guys could do it yourself, so you don't have to ask somebody else, and you can try and brute force it and just let your computer run for a couple of days, and maybe that can find it. And that's what I would do here. But why would I do it if I can teach you how to do it yourself? So yeah, you heard that sound? It's aliens. Yes. No, I think it is the NSA, because we're talking about Bitcoin and the Tor network, and I think they're just trying to watch what we're doing. And no, man, I don't know what it was. I think it was some feedback, to be honest. Okay, do you wish to download the complete Verge blockchain? I don't know. Is it big?
Yeah, you can blind it.
Let's try. Is it big? Oh,
But
it's
the store is so
2
heavy.
gigabytes. I don't think I want to download the entire blockchain. No, stop it. I'm not gonna do that. So rerun this and forget about the blockchain, because I'm not waiting for 2.3 gigabytes. That's way too much. I tried to brute force it. It didn't work. I have to find another method. It depends. What can you remember of your password? Because if you don't know anything of a password, then it's really, really hard to brute force. If you're quite sure about something, then you can make a token and try and brute force it. But it's not as easy as it looks. Because when I started this channel, I received a lot of emails of viewers asking me to help them out, and at the beginning I tried. It's big. What is that sound? It scares me. Where did it came from? I don't like it. Okay, but it's gone, so whatever. But in the beginning, I tried helping you guys, and I collected a lot of wallets with some information, and I tried helping, and I could open, I think it was 2 wallets for someone else, and that's because it's not really easy to brute force, for instance, a wallet that has a password of 12 or even more characters. Like my computer will never be able to do that. Well, this computer right now will not be able to do it. So it's very important that you do remember a little bit of your password. And if you do remember a little bit of your password, then you can brute force the rest that you can't remember. We've opened the wallet. We have not downloaded it yet. Okay. It looks... Let me check. It is almost the same as Bitcoin, Litecoin. At least it looks almost the same. And the reason why I think it is almost the same is because this here. We have our backup wallet, sign message, verify message, exit, encrypt our wallet. This is all the same. Right? Is the option screen the same? That's exactly the same. So I think it is another copy of the ordinary Bitcoin wallet, or Litecoin probably, because it was in script. So that means that if you have a password on this wallet and you forget your password, you could probably use BTC Recover. I'm not sure, but it looks like it will be able to figure it out for you. Client name, OpenSSL 1.2, debug. Let me check what that looks like. I'm just generally interested. Now check where it protocol. Again, that sound. Working hacker. I'm not a hacker, you guys. Like, I'm flattered that you think that I'm a hacker, but in reality I am not. Yeah, this is definitely the same as, well, Bitcoin, or the coin that I created, the Litecoin or Dogecoin. It's all a little bit the same. It's not that much different. So the thing that might interesting for us is to check out how they distributed the coins, because you want it to be fair. You don't want one person, for instance, that the first wallet gets all the coins and then all the miners get a fraction of the coins. Sometimes they do that and they call it initial coin offering. So they mine in the first block almost all coins and then they try and sell it as a, well, you can see it a little bit as the stock exchange. Like if you start a new company, you create stocks and you sell it to people. So it's arguably right or wrong. I'm not sure about what I think of ICOs. So let's just check out the source code, because that's interesting. But they did a nice design. They changed the design, and I can appreciate that. But you can still see a little bit of the original design in it. You recognize this in your Bitcoin Core wallet? It's kind of the same. Not really, but you know, they did a good job at hiding it. But it looks pretty much the same with a little bit of a different design. So, for instance, if I would open another coin, so let's keep this one here. Let's open the fart coin source QT, fart coin QT. Yeah, blah blah. What is going on? I don't know. I just want this screen. So it is a little bit different, as you can see. So if I would put this one here, it starts to look a little bit alike. You see? We have here synchronizing with network, and we have that here too. Here we have our sign of connection, and there are a lot of nodes online, so that means there are a lot of users. Like, I don't have any users online because I'm the only one working on this coin. But as you see, our main screen is a little bit the same. You see, we have wallet out of sync. Here, recent transactions out of sync. Balance, it's almost the same. Not exactly, but you can see the resemblance. Am I right? A new background, just like I did. Only difference is my Rick and Morty move. Oh, that was so much work to figure out how to design this. But yeah, I was gonna check out the source code to figure out how the mining rewards would be. So let's a new terminal. Let's go to the Verge folder. Let's go to the source. Let's list it, and let's check what it looks like. What did they use? Which type of coin is it? Oh, it even has a main.cpp, so that means it's an older version of the Bitcoin wallet. So let's use sudo nano and then go that main.cpp password, my password, and how do we go down? What was it again? Was it K? No. Oh, I'm not supposed to do it like that. I was deleting some stuff. It's being edited. Continue. No. Okay, that's okay. Stupid. Let's not do it like this because I might destroy it. I'm not supposed to do that. Not in Windows. I need to be here in Linux. Home, Verge, source. That was what I was doing. And open that main file. Main. And do we have find subsidies? Ah. Okay. So miners Coinbase reward based on N height. I can appreciate this mathematical part here. So what is going on here? It says here if the N height, and the N height would be the mined block, is lower than 14,001 and the height is higher than 0. So obviously I don't even know if, well, this is not important here, but it is important there. I'm not sure, but they say the subsidy per block would be 200,000 times that coin, and after 28,000 it would drop to 100,000, and as you see here 42,000, so that's almost doubling. 28 plus 28 is not 42, but it's almost doubling, and then they created a half amount of coins. So what this does is after a certain amount of blocks, all of a sudden the amount of subsidy drops. I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. And the thing I did with my coin is that every block that's getting mined, the reward would be a little bit less, instead of all of a sudden having it after a certain amount of blocks. So imagine you being a miner and you expect to get, for a certain amount of hashes, for instance, let's make it easy, let's say per hour you get €1, $1, it doesn't matter, it's just an example. Then all of a sudden if you're at the height of 27,999, you get $1 an hour, and then at 28,000 and number 1, then all of a sudden you get 50 cents. I don't like this implementation of halving the amount of subsidy after a certain amount of time, because that makes big gaps in rewards for miners. So what I personally did in my coin was my calculation kind of looks like this. It's not the same, it's a little bit different. I've made a curve that stays curvy. That's not, how do you call it, angled. You know, like angles at a point. I had a curve that meant that every block would be a little bit less than the previous block. So yeah, I don't think this is a scam coin. I can show you a coin that I think was a kind of scam coin, but I think some people would call it a initial coin offering, and that was NAV coin. That was it. The NAV coin core. So let me just show you guys nav coin core, and what I meant with that they might be, you know, how do you call it? They might. Well, let me just show you first. Subsidy. Here. Let's compare it. So these coins are kind of the same everywhere. Whoa, what did I do? I wasn't supposed to do that. Get back here. Find subsidy. So here we have the subsidy of that coin. What was it called? The Verge coin. And here we have, for instance, nav coin. And nav coin is a coin that can be found on Poloniex or on Bitrex or these exchange websites. And as you can see here, this code says if and height, and they used and height is the amount of blocks. If the height equals 1, that's the first block, so that's the first one after the Genesis block, so the first mining would get, and this is a large number, you see, that's 59,800,000 of the coins. After that first height, all the miners can only get 50 coins per block, with a halving every, where was it? Well, we can't see it here, but I think it is every, well, 100,000 blocks. Oh, here it says subsidy is cut in half every 210,000 blocks. So the first 210,000 blocks, every block was 50 coins, and then it's 25 and less. Well, what does this mean? It means that almost 60 million of the coins were pre-mined. So let's go and check how many coins are there today. Let's go to the coin market cap. That's a website where you can see that, and let's just search for nav coin, and let's laugh if you are the owner of that coin, because the circulating supply, you guys see this here, is 62,700,000, and here it says at the first block almost 60 million coins were mined. So that means that 60 million of the coins were owned by one person, and there are nowadays, today, only 62, well, almost 63 million. So that means that 60 out of 63 is in one wallet. So you would be happy if you own this coin, really. But this coin that you guys introduced me to, the Verge coin, is not like that. It's a way better coin in separating the money evenly and distributing it evenly upon miners. So here's a Coco pre-mined equals scam. ICO equals pre-mined equals scam. It's not always a scam if you pre-mine something. Let me give you an example of a pre-mined situation that I think is correct. So for instance, I start a company and I call that company, well, the Bitcoin Daytrader channel, and I make a Bitcoin Daytrader coin, but I'm not making the coin as in a coin to be used as money. It could be used as money, but I could see that coin as a stock of my company. So that would mean that I would pre-mine all the coins, that every coin would equal a stock. So we could say that if you own more than 50% of the coin, you are the owner of the company. So that's a situation where I can approve having ICOs, the initial coin offerings. That's a good situation. Then you are able, as an owner of your company, or maybe you work together with a couple of people, then you can evenly distribute it with your co-workers, and you can buy someone out, and you get the normal stock situation that you have with companies, but now you build it upon a blockchain. And I think that is a really innovative situation, innovative, well, idea, not going directly to a stock market, but yeah, using a wallet to determine the amount of stocks that you own in a company. So let me check. Did you guys say something else? You said now check Wariat protocol. Many rules for stock exchanges. Yeah, you are right. Stock exchange isn't very easy to get into, and I understand that these rules are there for a reason, and it's not only the reason to make a certain amount of people rich, it's also to protect a lot of people. yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about the real stock market because I haven't studied economics. Because I've studied multimedia designing, so that's a total different idea. So I don't know enough about stock markets besides high school economics, but high school economics isn't real economics. A nice example. Well, thank you. You talking about the example of the NAV coin, or are you talking about the example of a stock exchange for your own company? Because I think both are nice examples, but I'm just curious. Well, my head. Yeah. Okay. So, is there something else you guys want me to talk about? Satoshi said that he owns hashes before Genesis block. Says that he own hashes before Genesis block. How can you own hashes before the Genesis block? The ICO example. Well, thank you. It was a nice idea. I was shocked when I first saw this, to be honest. I was shocked because I have invested in Navcoin as well, and later on I figured out that it's not the only coin using this technique, and I'm still not sure what I think about it. I'm not sure if I think it is a good thing, if it is a bad thing. It all depends on what they do with the initial coins. Okay. He said that. What did he say? He said Satoshi said he owned hashes before the Genesis block. How do you own a hash before a Genesis block? Because what is the Genesis block? The Genesis block is a block that officially doesn't even count in the blockchain. Longest blockchain is the truth. Yet that he owns longest blockchain what? Well, the problem with owning the longest blockchain is that it is mathematically harder every minute to make a bigger blockchain. What I mean with that is that the amount of nodes that are working on the same blockchain make it a lot harder for someone else to create a bigger blockchain. So what do you need nowadays to create a bigger blockchain? If you want a bigger blockchain with the same protocol of Bitcoin, and the protocol of Bitcoin is create a block every 10 minutes. So whenever you're able to create 2 blocks within 10 minutes, the hashing calculations get twice as hard for your computer. So that means that you need twice as much miners for the same result. And that's hard coded in the coin. So it is pretty hard to try and make a longer blockchain nowadays, especially for Bitcoin, since it is already 10 years. So you would need a mega super turbo computer that is able to mine all those blocks that we have nowadays within the checking period of 2 weeks, because that's what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin uses a 2 weeks period. In this 2 weeks, it knows that every 10 minutes it should get a block. So at the end of 2 weeks, it can calculate, I don't know, in my mind, I can calculate it, but it's like every 10 minutes, so that means like 6 blocks per hour, that means like 6 times 24 a day, and then times 14 days, and then you know the amount of blocks that should be found every 2 weeks. If that amount exceeds what it is supposed to be, then the mining calculations get harder. If it is lower, then the mining calculations get easier. So yes, please see the Verge code breakdown. No need to mine. Is the longest blockchain. Yeah, I'll get there in a moment. But what I meant was that if you want to win this race of the longest blockchain, then you need to mine within those 2 week period all the blocks, because if you won't be able to do that, then your mining difficulty will increase exponentially, and you won't ever be able to have a bigger blockchain than the blockchain that is already in use nowadays. So chances of creating a bigger blockchain that is being seen as the truth, because that's what we're talking about, the longest blockchain is the truth for wallets, is only a real threat when you're starting a new coin. Because when you start a new coin, there is a chance that somebody is how do you call it, racing you and tries to mine everything and then just create a bigger, longer blockchain. So I'm not really scared of that happening to Bitcoin, to be honest. But I am a little bit scared that that, for instance, would happen to the coin that I'm trying to create. That somebody else already is mining somewhere else a bigger blockchain, and when it is online, that all of a sudden, you know, my blockchain isn't working anymore, and I don't own any of the coins, and that will be a bummer, of course. So that's why I've created this wallet, and when I'm officially releasing it, I would change the Genesis block at the last moment, so everybody gets an equal chance. Okay, so let me just read some of the comments again. Longest blockchain is true. Is he put long blockchain on 6 computers? Can he rule Bitcoin J? Bitcoin? If he puts the longest blockchain on 6 computers, can he rule it? Well, like I said, it is pretty hard to actually win a race against all the miners nowadays. Like, you're probably not gonna be able to do that. Maybe if you are, maybe if you have the power of Google or something, or the power of Facebook, you know, like those big ass servers, maybe you'd stand a small chance. And like I said, you have to do it within this 2 weeks period, because it is expecting it to have a couple of thousand blocks. So if you're trying to mine all those hundreds of thousand blocks within those 2 weeks and you're not making it, then all of a sudden it's going to be very, very, very hard for your computer to mine even another block, because then it recalculates the difficulty. And yeah, you have to do it within those 2 week period. Yeah, please see the Verge code breakdown. No need to mine. He owns many puzzle parts. He owns many puzzles parts than all others. I don't know what you mean with that. I'm sorry. But yeah, if you could elaborate, then I could get back on that question. Well, sorry, I have my safety belt. Not always known about the Genesis block and what is inside, or why some hex is used the way it is. Do more live chat on cryptocurrency breakdown. You will be popular. Well, maybe I will do this more often. Maybe I will try and make it a regular thing. But you know, like, my schedule is sometimes very messed up, because I own my own company, so that means that sometimes I work at strange moments, like for instance at night or in the weekends, and that means that it's very hard. I don't have a 9 to 5 job on Monday to Friday, so I can't make an appointment with you guys. For instance, like get back here every Saturday, because I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it next Saturday or the Saturday after, because maybe I have to go to some gig somewhere, and yeah, I can't be here. And so I'm not sure if I would continue this on a regular basis, but I do enjoy doing this. To be honest, I do like it. It is fun to have a little bit of a conversation with someone else. Even though I can't see you guys, I can see you guys reacting to the things I say. So it's pretty cool. It's my first time streaming ever, so I hope you guys can give me a little bit of a break. That I'm not as good as others. But yeah. What are we saying? Well, sorry, safety belt not always known about Genesis block and what's inside when some hacks are used the way it is. Do more live chat. What do you think about Lisk and Walton chain? Lisk coin. I don't have an opinion yet. Besides that, I've used Lisk to make some money in the last year, because it is, I don't know if it still is, but it could be found on the Poloniex website, because yeah, I'm a Poloniex fan. Let me just check for fun. Let's get this screen here. No, whoa, there's gonna be a feedback loop in the screen right now. Okay, let's go to Poloniex. Poloniex exchange, and let's just check for fun. Is Lisk here? Because it used to be here, but maybe they have removed it. Is it still here? Lisk. So Lisk is still here. Lisk exchange. I think you are talking about this. Let me get this screen back over there so I can read your chats. So what do I think about Lisk? Well, like I said, I don't have a opinion yet. That's because I haven't read the source code. And if I'm just price-wise, looking at it, well, like I said, last year was an interesting year for me because I started this day trading thing on Poloniex somewhere in this area of time, as you can see in the screen here. So
Because I know all the
it's somewhere here. It
tricks,
was
but
November, December, something like that.
I don't.
And I saw Bitcoin growing at the time, and I was like, I gotta get into this day trading. I did it before, like years ago on BTCE, and I found this website, Poloniex, and I started to day trade here. And
Oh,
as you can see, obviously, that went pretty well. But yeah, what do I think about Lisk as a coin? I haven't read anything about the coin yet, besides I've been investing in it here on this website. So I don't have a real opinion about it. What and you had you were talking about Walton chain. I haven't heard of this Walton chain yet, to be honest. There are so many coins, so many coins. You even have fart coins. So come on, come on, man. Walton coin. I haven't heard of it. Walton chain. Sorry, Walton chain. Walton chain. Coin market cap. Currencies. Where can we even find this coin? Markets. So, do you guys do day trading or trading on any on these websites? Like for instance, I showed you Poloniex that I use. I used to use BTCE. I have a Bitrex. Bitrex. I don't even know how to pronounce all these websites. These weird names. Bitrex. I call it bittrex.com. So I have an account here on Bitrex. Wow, they changed the entire design of the website. The reason why I liked this website was the amount of currencies, because they have, well, so many currencies, man. I thought it was something like 300 different currencies on this website, so that is a lot, and it was too much for me because I couldn't play the market. I couldn't play the market as good as I could play it here on Poloniex, because Poloniex only has, I think it's something like 70 different currencies, and Bitrex, if I can remember, can I log in? I don't even know. Wow, I haven't even logged in on this PC, on this account yet. And I showed you guys before, passwords. I use different passwords for every website, so it's never the same password, and so I forget these a lot, and so I have a book. And I write the passwords down in a book, and I'm searching for Bitrex. Bitrex, okay. But what is my account? What is my email address? So give me a moment, I'm trying to log in. Oh, maybe I use the Bitcoin Daytrader. Bitcoin Daytrader channel at gmail.com, and my password would be something. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just trying to log in. Okay, I did it right, apparently. Authenticator, Bitcoin Daytrader authenticator. So I'm using my phone as an authenticator, and that would be. Oh, I gotta wait a second because I'm not fast enough. 738737. Can we log in? Come on, get back here. Okay. The reason why I logged in was that before I could watch all the coins at the same time, but I cannot do this. They changed the design so much that it looks like an entire new website to me. Okay. What did you say? Yeah, there are less people on crypto code breakdown. You are you are born for hacker, not for CEO. Wow, that's a really nice comment, you guys. I was born for hacking. No, I'm not born for hacking. The only reason why I might have a little bit of talent in this is because I've been working on a computer ever since I can remember. Because my dad is a IT auditor, and I have a picture. I can't find it somewhere here, but I have a picture on the computer that and you can see me as a baby sitting on a computer. So computers are a natural thing for me, but I'm not a born hacker, not yet. I think. I hope. I do enjoy Mr. Robot the series, and it inspired me to started working on Linux. So I do like it. I don't think I am a born hacker. I think that hacking requires even a lot more skill than I have at the moment. I do have some ideas how to do it, but yeah, I know how to use some tools, you know. I don't know how to write, for instance, my own rootkits or how to write a virus. And I think that is something that would differentiate between me, the the kind of geeky kind of guy with some experience using some hacking kind of tools, and then you have the real Mr. Robots. Boy, even they show Verge. For safety, hide it the password. Some hedge fund owned by Goldman and Sachs by Poloniex, banked by Zcoins Exchange. Yeah, there are less people on crypto code breakdown. Some hedge fund owners by Goldman Sachs by Poloniex. You know, you know why I chose Poloniex as my main place is I saw this documentary about the laws and regulations in the United States that uh, were, were were created in the last couple of years. Because ever since that peak in 2013, so 2013 2014, it peaked to $1,000. Am I right? $1,200 back in the days, and that was the moment that I started buying Bitcoin. I've been watching Bitcoin ever since 2009, I guess, because I've been on a multimedia college, so I've went to university, as you can call it in other countries. Here we call it college. I went to college, and one of my teachers way back in 2008, 2009 started talking about Bitcoin, and he said, "You guys got to get this stuff, and you're gonna be rich. You got to keep it." And we're all like, "Yeah, right. What am I supposed to do with this stupid coin?" So we're all idiots. Eventually, I could have been a gazillionaire, but I didn't. I, yeah, classic story. But yeah, why did I choose Poloniex? That was what I was talking about. Poloniex is based in the United States, and they have a lot of new. Bitcoin went up to, yeah, man. I know, man. Oh, I cried now, man. I was already crying in the year 2013, so I can't cry no more. But yeah, the thing why I chose that was it is based in the United States. They made a lot of regulations and a lot of how do you call it, auditing on those websites, because they don't want us to lose money. Because I've lost a lot of money in the last years. For instance, I had an account on Cryptsy. I don't know if you guys know Cryptsy. Cryptsy was kind of like this Bitrex or kind of like Poloniex. They had a lot of coins. I had a lot of coins there. I made some money, and then I lost. At the time, it was, I think, a quarter of a Bitcoin, but that Bitcoin at the moment wasn't as expensive as now. Can bots manipulate price by branding between them? Okay, once upon a time, let me get into that. Only between two bots. So, what is a bot? So, it starts with the bot itself. Like, you have different kind of bots, obviously. You have bots that are on the short term, and you have bots that are on the long term. So you can even create your own bot for instance Poloniex. It's not that hard. Uh, well, maybe it is hard if you have never coded something, but if you have a little bit of experience in, for instance, HTML or CSS, then you have a really good basis to start working on, for instance, Python. And there are a lot of plugins. So you can find, for instance, in Python, you have the Python pip installs, and if you guys have seen my videos and done the tutorials, you probably know that you pip install a part, and you can pip install for Python the Poloniex backend, for instance, and then you create an account on that website, and the same principle applies for Bitrex and probably for a couple of other websites. And you can just say, for instance, if the price drops that much, then I want it to buy, for instance, 1 bot sent to second bot sends to first bot on a higher price. That could happen, but you will lose money, because these exchange websites always take a certain amount of money. It's not free. So, for instance, I lost a couple of €100 a couple of months ago, only on not knowing to decide what to do when the big crash of Bitcoin was in when was it? End of December, January, when the biggest crash was. That was like 3 weeks after the end of December or something, and I couldn't decide. Did I want to go and stay in the US dollar, the USDT, as they call it here? You can see it here, USDT. Did I want it to be in USDT or Bitcoin? And I couldn't decide, so I switched a couple of times. And every time that you switch your entire portfolio, and in my case, we were talking about in dollars, I think it was $15,000 at the time, or a little bit less. But you pay this website, this Poloniex, an amount of, I thought it was 0.25%. So that sounds not that much, 0.25%, but 1% of $1,000 means, calculate, that's $10. So that means $2.50 per $1,000 for one transaction. So imagine it. If you're doing 10,000, that means $25 if I just wanted to change from dollars to Bitcoin. And then I couldn't decide, and then I got back, and it cost me another $25. And I did that a couple of times because I was stupid, and so I lost a couple of $100. So if you think that they have bots transacting between each other, they probably won't do that, because they would eventually give all their money to the exchange website. What you're talking about, you said when big banks stop bots, price drops. I don't know if it's only banks doing this, because you could even see this website, Poloniex or Bitrex, as a bank. I don't know. But the pump and dumps, a lot of pump and dumps were also done by these groups on Telegram. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I have showed you in a vloggy video I've made a month or something ago. And let me just open Telegram, and I can just show you some of those chats. Do I still have Captain Pump notifier? So is this a long time ago? Not even, but this is a chat that informs other players when they're gonna pump and dump. So they have, as you can see on top of the screen here, they have 26,000 members. And so this Captain Pump, as they call the leader of this group, he would tell you like a second, like for instance, he would say at 6 o'clock tonight at, well, I don't know how you call it, standard time or whatever, we're gonna pump some coin. Nobody knows. So, and then all of a sudden at 6 o'clock, he sends everybody the message, for instance here, the Mon Hodl coin. I don't know, BTC TKS. So what happened is that all those people were buying together, and they make these big spikes. You see these spikes with an entire group, and that is not a nice way of trading, because you manipulate the market big time, and I can't approve of it, even though I was very excited at first. When I first heard of it, I had a friend, he wrote a script, and that was a script that was way faster than the human, you know. Now on Verge code breakdown. Okay, sorry, I'm sorry that I forgot to talk about the Verge code breakdown. I'll get back on that. You wanted to know more about Verge. So I personally think, if we get back to the Verge subject, that this was an important part to think about. To think about how they think about distributing the coins between users. We were watching this black paper. Let me go back to full screen, and let's just check out Electrum. Electrum strength is speed and simplicity. So they use key features of they use an Electrum wallet. Deterministic key generating. If you lose your wallet, you can recover it from its seed. You are protected from your own mistake. Yeah, that's in all wallets. Multi-algorithm support, namely script X70. I haven't heard of these. All 5 have 30-second block target block time. I personally think that most of those newer coins are all upgrades of older coins. So I think it is probably a good coin, a safe coin, and they seem to have been thinking a lot about trying to hide the users. So I think it is a interesting coin. I don't know yet what I can do with it, because I wouldn't start mining it personally, but that's because I don't have a really good mining setup, because I only have one graphic card. But I could consider buying it if I know where to buy it. And there is, of course, a chance that we can find it on that Bitrex big AS website. Alright, what is this? First of all, Anthony and Bill generate their own private key and public key. We have a private key DA and a public key. Yeah, that's just the normal way. Oh, electric curve. Okay. There's a variant of Diffie-Hellman algorithm of electric curve. It's a key agreement protocol. It means blah blah blah. Okay. S is blah 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 blah. I'm sorry that I'm blah blah blah. Private key, public key. It's a little bit technical. A little bit. But the reason why I usually don't read those papers is I'm always scared that I get how do you call it, sucked into the story that they're telling us, and that I'm forgetting the rational things that are actually happening. So for instance, rationally it looks a lot like a copy of just another Bitcoin variety. If I just look at this, like if I would scroll pretty fast like I'm doing now, then I could not tell the difference between any of the coins, because this looks exactly the same as the Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, whatever coin script, with the exception of really different coins. Like for instance, Electrum is really different. It's written all over again. So we have our timestamp again here, name Dogecoin Dark. So that's where it starts. This is the Genesis block, their first hash, and the reason why they all write it here is that if you are starting the program, you need to get the same block as they have copied here. So they copied just the first block, and that block will be created with this algorithm here, this information. So they have a block timing 1400. Is that long ago? I'm just curious. When did they create this block? I need a new terminal. What was it? Date S? No. I can't remember how I wrote it down. Give me a sec, you guys. I need to find my notes on our desktop. Notes, and I think I have it in an old note. Where is it? Probably wrote it. Date. You see, I almost had it correct. So it's date. Date plus seconds. So at the moment we are at the time 15 something. So this is the time now. So when was it created? Is it an old coin or is it a new coin? Day trading, I try to save you from playing against bank bots, Goldman Sachs program against you. Trading is 90% automized. Explain those technical. Yeah, red protocol. On the first page, it's okay. Yeah, explain those technical. Well,
I know.
problem with my personality is that I don't like to explain things that I don't know. So when I'm not quite sure about what they're talking about, then I don't like talking about it myself, because I dislike giving you wrong information. So if I'm
Oh, yeah.
unknowingly trying to talk around the subject, then it's just because I don't know enough about the subject yet. So there are things that I do know, and there are things that I don't know. Because I am, like I said to you guys, I'm just a multimedia designer with a big interest in Bitcoin, and I have some experience in programming, but I would never be able to write a program like this myself. I can edit it, but I cannot write it. I do know how to write my own website, but there's no chance of comparing websites with C++ because it's a total different game. But yeah, those technicals. Let me just
Yeah, I'm smart.
think. Well, red protocol use cases. Meet Jessica. Jessica the beach. Encrypted chat. They have a chat too, and they use this algorithm. Well, that's the classic algorithm. That's nothing special. BIP32 is a filter used primarily by. I personally get the feeling that a lot of things that are being explained here in this paper, this black paper, are just ordinary things in most of the coins. I'm not sure, to be honest. So you cannot build upon my opinion. You cannot see it as the truth, but I have a feeling that there is a lot more information here than is necessary. Because once we look at the wallets and we look at the code, it looks pretty much the same. But there should be significantly differences, but I cannot find them. That's not my game yet. Maybe in a couple of years. Verge came some time ago. Nice opinion. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just an opinion. It looks cool. You could invest in it. Obviously, I wouldn't invest a lot of money in it. Like, I would only invest a certain percentage of the money that I am willing to invest in cryptocurrencies. So, for instance, if I have $1,000, then you could take a chance and invest, for instance, 100 or 50, something like that. Not way more, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know this coin. I don't know this coin. So at the moment, yeah, you could take a chance. But you can only compare it with, for instance, going to the casino, because you're never sure what's going to happen. Because, like y'all said, there are bots, obviously. And besides bots, there are a lot of people that are, how do you call it? They are reacting to news stories a lot. So stories can influence the market a lot too. So if it depends on what your reason is, why you even want a coin like this. Would it be just to make money? Then you can take a chance. Then it's a casino, yeah. You could take a chance. But if you would, for instance, be interested in this coin because for some reason you want to hide your money, then it might be smarter to hide your money behind the Verge coin than to hide it behind Bitcoin. And the reason is, Bitcoin is known by a lot of, well, governments and organizations, while this coin is probably is not on the watch yet. So if you want to hide your wealth, it would be smart to distribute it on different coins. Casino always wins. Yes, my friend. And the casino game, when you're talking about the casino always wins, the casino at this point is, for instance, the exchange websites. Because eventually you pay like 0.25% every transaction. So if you would never make a smart transaction and, for instance, only transact on the same price, like for instance, you have $100, and you always change it at the price of what are we now, $8,000 of one Bitcoin, and you just exchange it from dollar to Bitcoin to dollar to Bitcoin, and you just keep on doing it, and eventually all your money will be drained into the website. So the website will be the casino at this game, at this play. So I keep on talking about stuff. My voice, it starts to hurt a little bit because I've been on for like 2 hours, man. Whoa, the time flies by, man, when you're talking to your camera. Well, I'm not talking to my camera. I really have the idea that I'm talking to you guys. And I still do appreciate you guys for still hanging around here, because I've seen you, Mr. Bitcoin logo, I call it Bitcoin logo, with your yin yang, I don't know your name, and Nyan, I've seen you here since the moment that I went online. So I do appreciate that a lot. And I want to thank you guys for watching. It's awesome. It's inspiring for me to keep on doing this. Because I had this small feeling that I might be online for like a half an hour with no viewers at all, and well, that would be sad, you know. But this is a good feeling I'm having right now. It's interesting to be able to communicate a lot faster than by reacting on reactions on my videos. So it's cool. Yeah, now time to check their privacy claims on Vergecoin. How do you want me to check the privacy claim on Vergecoin? So the privacy claim that they have on this coin, well, Bitterx Trollbox, Princess of Captain, Princess is speaking. So I've opened Telegram and I get this pop-up. And back in the days when I was into this pump and dumping a little bit, and I made some money on pumping and dumping, and I lost a little bit, and whenever I feel a little bit of losing, then I get angry and then I stop. So I don't wanna lose money, because that's the secret, I think. I've been seeing a video on this guy. This guy was a day trader, not a day trader in Bitcoin, but a day trader in dollars and euros and what do you call it, like iron and all those kind of stocks. And he was day trading that, and he said the most important part of day trading or trading in general is that you just gotta be sure that you don't lose money, and that's all. And that sounds pretty weird, but you gotta be careful not to lose it. Okay, code breakdown and paper breakdown. Code. So you want to go into the code. Yeah, I'm sorry, I've been talking way too much, man. Okay, let's go back to this Verge main coin. What would you like to know about the code? You wanted to talk about privacy, but that's hard to find in the code, because where can I find it? Let me think. Privacy in the code. Let's go back to this screen, home, the Verge coin, where are you? Oh, no, that's not the Verge coin, that is the temporary. So this is where you would have your wallet in the .verge. Here we have probably a wallet.dot file. Yeah, it's definitely the same as Bitcoin. Verge, the source file. Let's check out net. Oh, I hit the microphone again. I need to move it a little bit, maybe a little bit outside of the screen. I don't know. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay, let's move my mouse so I won't hit that microphone that often. You versus bots. You equals lose. Dollar and casino equals win. Well, you're quite right on that, because 90% of traders will lose money. That's true. That's definitely true. So you gotta be careful. And one of the things that I always do is, whenever I get that feeling inside my body, like, oh my God, it's going well, it's rising, yes, I'm making money, that's the moment that you gotta sell. And whenever you have this feeling that you're scared, when you're thinking like, oh my God, I'm losing my money, I gotta sell because, or else I'm gonna lose a lot of money, that's the moment that you gotta buy. And that's very hard. See if there's any flaw or scam trap. I don't think that I can find something like that, because I haven't written the original code, so it would take me a lot of time to break down this entire wallet and to figure out if there is something wrong with it. What I, for instance, would do to check out a wallet normally is to create the same wallet, exactly the same. So just copy this and say this entire wallet and try to implement another blockchain in it and check out what's working, check out how it's gonna work and what it's gonna do. Oh, I hit the microphone again. But yeah, you're asking me something that is a little bit beyond my knowledge. See if there's any flaw or a scam trap. We should hodl gang. Hodl gang. Yeah, you should hold. But holding a coin, I can understand that you don't want to hold, that you want to sell in a certain situation. And if you want to sell, then I can only advise you to not sell it for actual dollars, but to just trade it for digital dollars, like the USDT, the Tether. That's a coin that is supposed to be always $1 per coin. And that is the trading coin used on all those trading websites. Banks can use bots, you cannot use bots. I can use a bot. I definitely can use a bot, because I can create a bot. I can make my own bot, I can program my own bot and use it on a website. And it's not that easy, but it's not that hard. And some time trade. Well, some program in US synchronized his bot with us bank's bot and created flash crash. Now he is in prison. Banks can use bots. Oh, that's what you meant. I'm sorry that I misunderstood your quote, because I only read the last one. I'm sorry. Banks can use bots, you cannot use bots. Well, you can. Well, eventually you can use a bot, but you cannot use a bot to destroy a market. That's obvious. I can totally understand that. And banks use bots, but banks use bots to manipulate a little bit of the market, but they wouldn't destroy a market literally. And that did happen, I think, in the year 1929, a big ass crash of the stock market exchange, which led to Nazism and stuff. But and maybe in 2008 we had a little bit of a crash, but I do not think that it is the same as making bots on these trading websites. And some time trade. See how it flows scam, we should hold, and some time trade. Read up. Ha. So what should we do? Because I wanted to check out this 1-2P integration, which I don't know what it actually means. It's a noding situation with a lot of nodes that confuses your IP address, I think. I2P. We should HODL and some time trade. Yeah, what? We should definitely hold our coins and time trade. I wouldn't be trading daily on one coin. You could check every day to trade, but that does not mean that you need to trade daily, because that would mean search in Google for bots over empty gogs. Empty gogs, yeah man, you're talking about empty gogs. And remember a couple of minutes ago, like a half an hour ago, I was talking about that I chose for Poloniex for the regulations that there were. Those regulations, those laws, those IT laws, those IT auditing laws, those, these laws, the auditing laws are not created for fun. Those are created because of Mt. Gox. Because Mt. Gox, well, screwed us all. Big time. What? So, I2P just like Tor. Yeah, it's kind of like Tor, a little bit different, because the Tor network, as you see this drawing here in the screen, and let me move it a little bit to the right, because I forgot that my face is all in the way. But as you see here, this would be a Tor kind of way with the red arrow. That's Tor normally. So different computers connecting, and you have your first computer to the second, to the third, and what that means is you can just go back down the chain to find eventually the original user in the Tor network. And that's what I meant with in 2013. the NSA or FBI or CIA, I don't know which organization did it, but they figured a way out to get back in the chains of the Tor network to catch people. And they weren't focused obviously on you and me trying to hide our money from tax stuff, but they were using the Tor network to find pedophiles and to find illegal transaction, for instance, on hard drugs or on guns, you know, because those are markets that should be regulated. Yeah, tell about decentralized exchanges and make video to save individual transfer trades and make video to save individual traders. To save. You want me to save traders? Tor equals FBI Silk Road. Yeah, exactly. The FBI did a interesting thing because they infected those explorers. How do you call it? Those, yeah, you know, Chrome Explorer, Firefox, Internet Explorer, and you had this Tor kind of Explorer, and they created a little, yeah, bug in it, a little virus you can call it, so that they could find the original IP address of the original user, and that is the way that they killed eventually Silk Road. And that's it. I have mixed opinions about websites like Silk Road. I've never been on those websites, mainly because it didn't interest me. Because if I wanted to buy something that is illegal, then I can do that wherever I want here. I don't need the internet because I live in Holland and we can find whatever we want, wherever we want, whenever we want it. So it's not interesting for me. I had a couple of friends, for instance, ordering illegal drugs online, and I've watched them doing it, and it didn't interest me that much to be on that Tor network. The thing that did interest me was, for instance, using the Tor network like BitTors, you know, like BitTorrents. That was one thing that I've been interested in my whole life, you know, like download your illegal music, you know, and copy a movie and stuff like that. That was my main interest in the internet, and Bitcoin was always an interest. Ever since that I heard of it, I never trusted it, to be honest. Like, it took me like 6 years to eventually start trusting it, like really trust it. And the way I got my trust was because I got really interested in coins and started to try and figure out this source code. And man, it took me a long time before I actually started working on this source code. And man, I feel stupid now because it's not that hard. A nice place to live in. Yeah, Holland is a very nice place. Like, everything is awesome here except for one thing, and that's the weather and the mentality of a lot of conservative people. But for the rest, you know, life here is great. I wish we could take our country and move it a little bit more to the closer to the equator. Bitcoin equals big torrent. Yeah, it's a huge torrent. 160 gigabytes? Yeah, man. It's huge nowadays. Ah, my mouth. I need to take a drink. Remember when I got this drink? That was like an hour ago. It's almost full. I lost my head. No. Sorry. I had to take a drink. Because my voice is killing me. Okay. Oh, man. I'm getting a little bit confused at the moment. Because I'm talking and I'm promising to talk about stuff. And then I totally forget to talk about stuff. Because I come up with something and then I keep talking about that. And I forget to eventually look for the privacy problem or something. Check the Warrant protocol. Okay, yeah, thanks for a new idea. So you want me to check this what is it called? I can't pronounce it, man. What a strange word. Let's search for it. Many chemistry, drink tea. Yeah, I should be a little bit more healthy by now. But for me, I feel a little bit healthy. I can drink a little bit of soda, not too much, like not every day. I usually drink a lot of, how do you call that? Yeah, we call it ranja, lemonade. It took me a while to figure it out. I'm searching for this. What was it called again? Longest blockchain. Oh man, these comments. The where it protocol. What was the coin called again? I'm sorry, this is gonna take a while. I want to be quick. Wraith, right? Wraith. Oh yeah, but this is WR AITH. Red. What is Red protocol? Well, oh, that's part of the Verge coin. Oh, I'm sorry. You see, I'm not really into this new coin yet. Okay, well, we can just check together on Google. What is this Wraith protocol? The Virgin Black Paper has released Wraith protocol. The upcoming major update to Virgin currency is approaching. So what is it? What does it do? What is a ledger? A Bitcoin ledger is similar to a database where all transactions are recorded. In this case of Bitcoin, the ledger is public, meaning that all transactions can be opened and seen and linked to your public address through the blockchain explorer. Alternatively, the ledger can also be private, whereby transaction data is hidden and cannot be viewed. Okay, both types of ledger were mutually exclusive, e.g. they could not coexist on the same blockchain. What does this imply for the user? In practice, no one has to choose a specific cryptocurrency depending on the application and task at hand. In other words, the user faces a trade-off between transparency, that is a public ledger provides an anonymity. I hate this word, anonymity. Anonymity. It took a while. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, the user faces a trade-off between transparency, that a public ledger provides, anonymity achieved with a private ledger. Okay. I'm still a little bit confused. It's a technique that allows the user to seamlessly switch between public and private ledgers on the Verge blockchain. Are free to choose which ledger they want to utilize. Okay. So you can choose between. Read who is program behind. Okay. Who is programmer behind Verge? Who would be the programmer behind Verge? So that would be, if we go to the GitHub back of Verge, then that's where you can probably find it. So let's go back to github.com slash Verge currency. So if you want to know who owns this coin, just check out who commits everything here. So let's just search for the first commit. The first user that actually created this coin. Well, maybe this is not the most smart way to do this, because there are a lot of commits. As a matter of fact, I might need to do something differently. How else can we see that? Well, let's go back. I don't need to see all their projects. I just want to see Verge, because that's the wallet. The commits, releases. Oh, maybe we can find it at the contributors. I think that is a place where you can find who is the most. Well, it started with a mic. Am I right? Oh, M. McKinney. And as you see, I think it was one of the first ones. Well, this one is also in. Well, this is the big guy. Just in for Vendetta. So I think this user is the main user. Well, this one has number 1, but as you can see here, this Justin for Vendetta was a little bit earlier. Read who is programmed behind Verge. If no name or pic, is Verge equals Verge is scam. I don't know. I don't know if is Bitcoin a scam? I don't think so. So would this Verge coin be a scam? I don't think so either. Even if there is no picture or something. Vendetta equals aggressive. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right. But this guy is the number one. The number one committer. But did he create it? M. Kinney. I don't know. Repositories 25. So he created a lot of stuff. But is he the one? Doggy coin, secure coin. As you can see, this person is definitely working on different projects at the same time. So I don't know if we can trust that guy. I seriously don't know. I don't know anything about this person, so I cannot say that he's a good person, he's a bad person. I don't even know if he's the owner of the project, but he is one of the first uploaders. But this Just In for Vendetta seems to have a small upload a little bit before this M. Kinney. So maybe this guy is the... Whoa, well, he is very active. And he is very active on the Verge currency. And he has 66 repositories, so that's a lot. Forked from Hempcoin. Forked from Exclusive Coin. Electrum. So this person is probably working for a couple of years on different projects. As you can see here, he has been forking, as they call it. That's just a simple way of saying copying. He copied the source code of different coins before he started on his own coin. So this guy is probably a pretty big guy, as in that he knows a lot of what he's working on. Like, I could learn a lot from this guy about source codes. Yeah, he has a lot of repositories, so that means that he's working on a lot of projects at the same time that he owns. Well, owns, you know, that he copied and uses, because he probably didn't write Hempcoin, but he did copy it. Just like I did with my Fartcoin. Like, I copied the Litecoin source code, and I copied the Bitcoin source code, and I copied the Dogecoin source code and just played around with it, and then I figured out, and everybody already knew that Bitcoin and Litecoin do not work together, so you cannot create a hashing block, the first block, the Genesis block, you cannot create it on one coin and implement it in the other coin because it won't work. And so I think this guy went a similar road, only a longer time ago, because he's been on this GitHub, well, for a long time, 2014 we see here. So yeah, you see here January 2014, so he probably started working on this kind of project ever since that big peak in 2013 2014. But can you trust somebody like this? Well, I don't know. I would take a chance again. Like, whenever you go to a store and you enter a store and you buy a expensive product, like, how do you know if you can trust that person? Like, if it is a big company with a really good returning policy, okay, I understand it. But what if it is for instance, a computer shop with just one owner, and yeah, how can you trust that guy? Yeah, you just gotta trust it. It's just a chance. You gotta try. It's like just like the casino. You never know. So what you can do is do some little bit of research. People write code. If he die equals no support. That's why we look at code for trust. Yeah, I understand that you want to check out codes, and I understand that you know. Well, you say if he dies equals no support. That is not necessarily true, because that's the idea of GitHub. GitHub is a coin. GitHub is not a coin. Okay. GitHub is a platform where people can open source work on projects. So if I would, for instance, if I would want to work on Bitcoin, I can just enter here the Bitcoin page, Bitcoin, and let's go to the Bitcoin core. So that's the original Bitcoin wallet that has been online for like ages, like 16,000 commits. So if I would want something changed in Bitcoin and I think that I see something that is wrong with it, then I can just try and commit something. And whenever other people are agreeing with it, then it can be implemented on this Bitcoin account. So what happens when we disagree? When, for instance, I want to update something and you say no, and you are the original maker or the original forker or whatever, then I can just copy your open source project and change it, and we have a different coin. So what I mean with that is that whenever somebody dies as a owner of a project, does not necessarily mean that the project dies as well. It only means that that account with that project dies. So what can happen is that it just moves to another place, and that some other group is in control of the project. But when we're talking about, for instance, Bitcoin, then it's different, because you cannot change the Bitcoin code just randomly and expect the entire world to agree with it. Because Bitcoin is so big, there are so many computers connected to the network. If you change something in the code and they try to run it, then eventually they can't run the program, because that would create a soft fork. So that means a different blockchain, and so the blockchains won't react with each other. So if like 75% of the users have the old wallets and you create a new wallet as some kind of scam, there's probably no chance that you're going to convince all those other guys to update their wallet to your wallet. But in a situation when the owner of a smaller coin dies, you can just fork it and work on it. And there are certain parts that you can change in a coin without changing the main blockchain. So the blockchain is a small part of the entire coin. What I mean with that is you cannot change the protocol of the blockchain, because if you change the protocol, then the hashes won't be the right hashes that's building upon the older blocks. You have blocks, tick, tick, and you have a new hashing code, and you want to enter some transactions, and with that old hashing code and the transactions, you create a new hashing code, and that's the new top of the block. And if you change something in those calculations, then it won't work. You won't get the right hashes, so it won't work together. And other things can be changed. For instance, they can try and change the block sizes, the amount of transactions that can be put in a block, and that can create a soft fork. So that can create that some people eventually mine wrong. That's different. That's a problem that I had with my newer wallet version of that coin that I was creating. It created a small problem for me, because the newer wallets were mining a little bit different than the older wallets. And so my point being, because I'm getting a little bit off track, is that whenever a owner of a project dies, the project does not die, because it's open source. Vladimir van der Laan is een Hollander. Well, probably. Did you find his name? Was his name van der Laan? Vladimir Jeroentje van der Laan? I don't know. Check the issues on Vergecoin in GitHub. Okay, we can check GitHub and issues. So, I missed. Let's go back to GitHub and at Vergecoin, and then I'm gonna quit, because it's almost like 11. It's 11:12 here at night, at Friday night. Am I right? Today's Friday the 13th. Whoa, I totally forgot. It's Friday the 13th. That means that I gotta download some horror movies, because that's something for today. But let's end this stream with watching, because I've been almost been online for 2.5 hours, so I want to stop in 5 minutes, so that will be a nice 2.5 hour. But let's just check this Verge coin as a last request. Verge currency, and you were asking me, please check the issues on Verge coin in GitHub. So let's go to the official source code repository for Verge cryptocurrency again. Let's go back to full screen and let's check comments. But update client version, added a new RPC command for exporting stealth addresses. Let's just check what's going on. Export stealth addresses. What's going on here? RPC wallet, added some small things. So as you can see, you can see the history of a coin. It's Friday the 13th. Tomorrow again. I don't know if I'm gonna be online tomorrow, to be honest, because I do enjoy this, but it takes a lot of time and it's mentally hard, you know, because you have people watching you, and it's being recorded, and eventually everybody can see it, and you don't want to make some stupid mistakes. And today is Friday, tomorrow is Saturday, so there is a chance that tomorrow at the same time that I might be in the city, because it's Saturday night, and sometimes I have to be in the city at Saturday night. Tomorrow again, next time make a video on Zcash cryptocurrency on shielded addresses. Well, next time that I'm gonna be online, if I would, for instance, work on Zcash cryptocurrency, I would definitely read on the subject before going online, because as you guys probably already figured, I didn't prepare anything for this live stream. I just started this live stream just to check out if it would work, like I opened this website, like this YouTube site, and I checked here this stream name and this key, and I wanted to figure out if it would work. So I had this OBS, this screen, the open broadcasting service, I don't know, open broadcasting software, in combination with my EOS, my camera, well, I don't know if you can see it. Do I have a mirror? No, I have no mirror, but it's my standard, DSLR camera. And so so yeah, I've been working on that, and it went online, and you guys started watching. So what that meant for me was like, oh my god, I am live right now, you guys are watching, and I don't want to disappoint you guys, so let's just continue. So but the next time I'll probably be a little bit more prepared. And I just see that we have a fourth watcher again, so well, very nice that you are here. I'm very flattered that you're here, but I've been online for 2.5 hours and I was just about to quit, to be honest. Issues on Verge, please. I'm gonna read upon this Verge coin and come back on the subject later, because I'm actually getting a little bit too tired right now, and I would like to prepare myself a little bit better, a little bit. Princess of Captain, Princess. Oh, I gotta stop this annoying pop-ups. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for being here with me, asking me some questions, guiding me through this live streaming, because I've never been streaming before, man. So hey, come on, stop it. I don't want all these messages. I don't want to be interrupted the entire time, so leave me alone. Sorry, I'll be back in. Well, I have so many programs. Quit Telegram, so leave me alone. So yeah, like I said, I'm very thankful that you guys were here. I did enjoy it. It was my first time. I hope you guys did enjoy my first stream ever too. And yeah, I don't know how to end this live stream, because it's my first time. So I really did enjoy it, to see some reaction, to be live. It's a weird feeling. It's totally different than recording a video, because then you're all by yourself and it's hard. And this is a little bit different because you guys guide me, so I really did enjoy this talk with you guys, and I hope you guys did enjoy it too. And yeah, let's just end it here, because we're at that moment, 2.5 hours. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and as always, like I always do, see you guys next time. Yeah, man, 2.5 hours, man, that's so long. Never thought that I would be online for 2.5 hours and that somebody would actually watch me. Wow, I did enjoy it, man. It was very, very nice to have been talking to you guys. So, yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Hope to see you guys soon, man. Thank you. Let's end this. How do I end this? How does it work? My camera is in front of my screen. So, here we have OBS. A lot of feedback in the screen right now. Goodbye. Stop streaming.